Alright, here's some more random shit. Just got off work. So, it's cold outside. It's like, okay, my dad just texted me. There's this whole big ordeal about, the kids and, so I had to work today. Originally, I had to work from 3:30 until close. That still involved Mara getting to and from Girl Scouts. Her Girl Scouts was from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. Right now, the time is 3:07. So, my mom had a girlfriend get together with some of her old coworkers, and that started at 11. So my dad was supposed to bring Mara to Girl Scouts by 3 and drop her off at 3. I lost my train of thought. So my dad texts and says, I thought it was at 4. And I'm like, did I not write it on the fridge calendar? Otherwise, Mara and Nick both have calendars connected to mine on their phones. Excuse me. And if they ever needed to know what time something was for themselves, they could always look under the calendar, and there it is. They'd have it. So my mom got home like at 2:50 or something, and she ended up taking Mara, my daughter, to Girl Scouts anyway. And luckily she got there, and she just dropped her off just now, and she just got home again. By the way, I got this app called Life 360. My mom, my dad, Mara, my daughter, Nick, my son, and myself are all on Life 360. And anytime we leave the house, with our phones, of course, leave the house or return to the house, or like Nick goes to school or leaves school, or Mara goes to school or leaves school, it always notifies the other person that they've arrived or they've left. So that's how I know that she just got home. So anyways, I'm doing a double conversation with them, my mom and dad, and saying, I thought Dad was going to bring her. I couldn't, and my mom's like, I couldn't get a hold of your father. I don't know where he was. And then Mara couldn't find him or something. And then he chimes in and says something about, I thought it was at 4 o'clock. No, Mara didn't tell me. And then that's when I said, well, isn't it on the calendar? And then they both have conjoined calendars with me, so they could have just looked it up that way. And then as I was coming over here to the maintenance store where I work, I saw a text message from him, and he said something about taxi service, and I just started laughing. And I'm just like, no, you're not a taxi service, but we asked you if you could do this for us because I'm working, and I wanted her to be able to get there on time. Anyways. So anyways, I got done with work. So I started at 10:50, even though I was late. My manager told me to be there by 10, but there was nothing going on. So whatever, it wasn't a big deal that I was late. So I started at 10:50, and then 11 o'clock I counted the lots. We have 3 different lots: the main lot, the turf lot, and the overflow lot. And the main lot, I think I counted about 46 cars. And there's like about 115 car spaces in the entire lot, so we were good. And then in the turf lot, which was across the way, had only 17 cars, and down below had 0. So then another hour came around, and 12 o'clock came around, and so I counted the lots again. The main lot got a few more cars, and I counted, I think, 59 cars. And then the turf lot lost a car. And so it was only 16 cars, and then, of course, the overflow lot was 0 again. So I decided to go inside. But I was watching cool video or cute. There were a couple of videos on YouTube I was watching, so I was just like, I'm just gonna watch these real quick, and then I'm gonna go inside and take like a lunch break or whatever. And so about 12:30, I went in, turned my bus off, and I went inside and got some food. I got chicken noodle soup and coffee, and I put too much sugar in it, so it was really sweet. So, and then they had the Simpsons movie on, so I was watching that, and I'm thinking to myself, The Simpsons? Why are the Simpsons on? You know, it's way early for that. You know, I mean, it was too early in the day normally for Simpsons to be on a Sunday. And then I realized it was the movie, so. I finished watching that and finished my food, and then they switched it to the game. There was like a pro ball or whatever game going on between, I think, between some people in Florida, because that's where they were. They were in Florida. It was 55 degrees and it was raining, and they were red. The red team, I believe, was Florida. And then the blue team, I think, was something that started with an M, but I can't remember. Or maybe it was Detroit. Anyways, I don't follow football, so I don't really know. So, anyways, that was on. I watched that, but then I also was watching YouTube. That was a lot funner. And then they had the national anthem, and this young singer guy, black kid, I don't know, I didn't catch his name, was singing the national anthem. So of course I stopped my videos on YouTube and listened to his beautiful young voice. He had to have been like 13 or 14. He still had, that kid voice, the really, when boys still have kind of a high pitch kid voice before they get all deep and low, and it's funny. But anyways, yeah, so he still had that kid voice, and it was beautiful. And in the break room, someone had a walkie, and the walkie was like, "Hey, Christian, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Hey, shush." Yeah, because the kid was on TV and he was doing the national anthem. So yeah, I was just messing with him, of course. And then after it was done, then I started playing the YouTube that I was watching again. I'm like, that was so beautiful. And then back to my videos. So, anyways, what time is it? 3:15. So, not even sure what I was talking about. Oh yeah. So then at 2:50, I looked back outside. Or no, it was before 2:50. I looked outside and looked at the turf lot parking lot. Like barely any cars in there. Again, still, even at 2:50, after I came inside at 12:30 and didn't look at the parking lot until about 2:30, something like that. Excuse me, my goodness. So I was talking to my manager, and I'm like, yeah, so there's like nobody out there, and I didn't really count the lots, so I hope that was kind of okay. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. We kind of know what the. Why is my car so dirty? We kind of know what the lot count is. So I was heading out, and so I came back, and I had to fill the stupid bus because the last person, Chris, only left me with a half a tank of gas, and since it's so cold out, I don't want something happening to the bus, and so I left a note and I said, anytime the bus is at half a tank or lower at the end of your shift, please fill it up. Because it's really annoying to come in and then all of a sudden your bus is only half full, and then if you have like a busy day, you're not going to be able to fill it until the end or something, or you're going to have to take a break and fill it, and it's just frustrating. So I filled it, and I left a note, and I said, filled the bus, fueled it, it's full tank, whatever. And so yeah, now I'm here, sitting in my car, talking on the video about random shit. So I'm gonna go inside here. I'm gonna have to turn off the Bluetooth. I'm not sure if that's gonna work when I bring this in, because otherwise you won't be able to hear me. You'll just be able to see me. So if I hit end here, I don't know if it's gonna stop on here. So like, see this? If I hit end, it's been 11 minutes, and that's what it says right here on the top. So I don't know if I hit that, it's gonna stop my video on here or not. So we'll see. Good, there's nobody in here. So this is my keypad. 319 says punch in, punch out. I'm gonna do punch out, and I'm not gonna show you my number. There we go. And then my name pops up. Yay, success. So I punched out, and I go back out here. And then we go here to this little key box, if I can find the key. Okay, napkins I don't need. There it is. I got my key. Put that right there and close up. And then we find a space between all these vehicles to get out. All right. Now, oh, look at that. I just noticed for the last 15 seconds, my phone has been connected to my Bluetooth, so you probably couldn't hear a word I was saying earlier. For about 15 seconds, anyways. So, I am going to head home now. Oh, wait, I want to turn this on. Turn it off. Park. And video record. There we go. So, I'm going to turn this sideways so you can see my face more. So sorry if it messes up the actual recording of the YouTube thing. But yeah, I just wanted to be able to see my face better. Oh my god, that car is so tiny. Those Fiat cars, the what is it, F-I-A or is it A-I-T? Anyway, those little tiny cars that only have 2 passenger seats, like no room in the trunk. I mean, they're just tiny. It's basically a 3-door, because technically if you're counting the back end that opens up like a hatchback, it's 3 doors. Because that's what they call cars like SUVs. They call it a 5-door car because the hatchback, the back of the trunk lifts up and out and is open to the rest of the vehicle, like mine is. So I'm wondering, I think mine is considered a 5-door car. But the cars that have the trunk that open just like this, and there's just like this space or whatever around it, they're just called 4 doors, obviously, because they only have 4 doors that go into the car. It's green light, go. Darn. Go, Fayette. Oh, and sure, the Fayette's like, oh, I'm in this lane. Oh, but I want to go this way. Earlier, I was watching videos of cars and crashes and just stupid people not paying attention to what they're trying to do. Now, I'm assuming the Fayette car, however the heck you pronounce it, the little tiny one, the little tiny car, it's probably never gone this way before. Goodness gracious, I keep burping. But anyways, he probably never gone this way before, so he didn't realize that when he turned, that 610 would be right there. So he came over. Luckily, the guy in front of me, which looks like a Honda, luckily he noticed and let him in, so he didn't have an accident or nothing. My bangs are getting to that stupid, annoying point where they're just too long for my face, but they're too short to go back behind my ear. See, they end like right there, and then they don't go behind my ear. So that's really annoying. Excuse me. I'll drink some water. This road is actually 65 miles an hour, but right now I'm actually going 61. And the reason that is actually because my exit is technically only 2 exits away. So it's just like, I don't feel like passing people. I'm just going to stay behind them and go whatever speed they're going. And actually, the Fayette and the Honda that are in front of me are actually, they must be going like 60-some miles an hour too, because they don't realize it's 65. Or maybe they're just, not familiar with this road or something. The Honda in front of me looks like his bumper is like kind of cracked and broken under his tail lights. The back of his tail lights, there's this like open space. Anyways, I'm coming up to my exit, and I'm only going 63. And they're going straight, but they're still going kind of slow. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't care. And, by the way, it's 3:24, and the weather report said we're supposed to get a lot of snow, and it was supposed to start at 3 o'clock and go until 6 a.m. Monday morning. But hey, there's no snow. I've recently, about an hour ago or so, or last 45 minutes maybe, I checked the radar, and it said that the snow wouldn't start arriving until about 4:30. And I heard from my manager earlier that the snow wasn't going to start until 5. So it keeps going back. This morning, I don't know if I said this in my other video, but this morning, my daughter's Girl Scouts, they were talking about canceling it because of the weather. And I suggested, let's just wait it out until the time gets closer to see, what the weather report is. And obviously, since the time got closer, it was around 2:12, she messaged everybody and said, hey, Girl Scouts is still going on, so we'll see you in an hour kind of thing, which was going to be 3 o'clock. So anyways, last night I couldn't fall asleep. I don't know. Actually, I do know why. I mean, I sort of have an idea of why. I was watching videos on YouTube. Some of them were cop thing with what's that guy's name? Pat Mayo, I believe his last name was Mayo. He's like a bounty hunter sort of person, a bail bond bounty hunter or something like that. And his buddy Zach, I don't remember his last name, sorry. I was watching them, and they were really kind of interesting, trying to get these bail bonds. I watched 3 episodes. One with a guy named Travis, I believe. Another with Kurt or Carl, maybe. And then another was a woman. I can't remember her name all of a sudden. But anyways, she was in a trailer, and she was like passed out in the bottom of the trailer or whatever, and so she's like, oh yeah, I didn't hear you calling me. Unless you're like doped up on drugs or something, maybe you couldn't hear them saying your name and saying, hey, we're here to pick you up and bring you to jail because you didn't come to court. That's what they do. They take you into custody if you don't come to your court date, and they said that you'll be in jail for like 12 hours. And then they'll release you on another bond, and if you don't show up to your next one or next court date, then they'll probably throw you in jail for longer and increase your bond and stuff like that. I don't know the whole details, but anyways. So anyways, I was watching 3 episodes of those, and those were like 45 minutes long each. One of them I think was only like 30, but yeah, they were about 45 minutes each. So that took a pretty good chunk out of the time I was watching. I started watching when my son decided he wanted to come into my room and fall asleep, and he started watching them with me at first, and then he fell asleep. And what else was I watching? And then I found another show that actually had this Pat guy, Pat Mayo, as and there's a cop over there. Sorry, I'm just totally randomly saying stuff. There's a cop there, and luckily I was only going 60, and the freeway here is 60, but now everyone's slowed down in front of me, so I'm like going 49 miles an hour. It's so annoying when people do that. Oh, there's a cop, I'm going to frickin' slow down even though I'm going the damn speed limit. So, whatever. Okay, so now I'm kind of going the speed limit again. So anyways, with this guy, Pat Mayo, he was like a sheriff in this other one. So he was an actual cop. The other one, he was a bail bonder person or whatever, like a someone. What are those guys called? I forget. Anyways, he was like a bail agent that he had to take people in, and yeah. And this one, he actually had a sheriff's uniform on, and then he had 2 other cops. He had a woman cop and he had another male cop who got lost somehow. He's like, yeah, I'm coming. And then he's like, yeah, we need you here, like, right now. And he's like, okay, I'm like 7 minutes out because I got turned around and the GPS showed me in a totally different direction. So obviously these 2 deputies were kind of more new at this because they were getting instructions from Pat. And then the guy tried running, and they had to tase him. That was funny. So, yeah. So I watched that. That was kind of interesting. I didn't realize it was Pat until I was like, hey, that guy looks like the other guy from the other show I was watching. So I looked under the description, and of course it was him. I was like, oh, dude, it is him. So I was watching shows like that. I was watching shows that involved animals. I was watching shows that involved car crashes. Oh my God, I was just watching whatever kind of thing. And last night. And then I got up about 1 o'clock, and I got up about 1 o'clock, and nice turn signal. I really appreciate that. No. And I went downstairs and I grabbed a glass of milk and 4 cookies and a little brownie, and I also I also got my water refilled because I was just really dry last night. It was weird. No, wait. I don't think that was one because before that, sorry, my nose is running. Before that, I had ugh. Okay, there we go. Okay, before that, I brushed my teeth, and I know that was like 2 hours prior. So I think 1 o'clock I woke up and went to the bathroom and brushed my teeth. My mouth was just really dry. And then at 3 is I think the time I woke up and actually had my little snack. And then around 4 o'clock, after I got done with my snack and came back to bed, I actually still didn't feel tired at all. I was just like, oh, God, what am I going to do? And normally if I watch videos or something, it'll conk me out. Because I just start falling asleep. So, anyways, I was watching videos, and then at 4 in the morning. Now, if anyone watches this, and you know this little cat lady I'm talking about, I started watching her cute videos of tiny little kittens that she catches, and I don't know what it was, but something just made me kind of feel sleepy. And I don't want to be, saying that it was, not a very good video or something because that's why I was falling asleep because it was boring or something. It wasn't boring at all, but it was cute, and I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the timing was perfect, and I just turned my phone off and I pretty much fell asleep. It was just like, okay, I'm done now. And then of course, I woke up prior to my alarm going off around a little before 9 o'clock. My alarm was set for 9 because I had to work at 10. So I woke up, and then I was gonna take a shower, and of course my mom was in the bathroom. So I'm like, great. And I said, and knocked on the door. And I'm like, you just going to the bathroom in there? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, oh great, because she's doing, the smelly stuff. So anyways, I was like, okay. So she's like, okay, I'm done. Sorry about the smell. I'm just like, thanks, Mom. So I'm home now. And then, so anyways, yeah, that was fun. Luckily, my nose was still a little clogged from my cold, so it wasn't as bad. And I just bared through it and went to the bathroom. I'm going to stop the recording on this thing real quick and show you the video of that guy who didn't stop or not stopped, but who didn't use his turn signal in front of me. I think it was this one. Was it this one? This is the 27th. Yeah, this is 49th Avenue. So this is this guy. I'm just gonna sit back here and zoom in. That'll be easier. There we go. So that guy in front of me, he turns the right, and then I make my right turn when nobody's coming. But instead of staying in the right lane, he goes to the left lane, right? And then up here, as you get closer to the next stoplight, the left turn turns into a left turn only. And then the right turn is straight and right turn. And there it goes. No signal. Yep, he didn't have a signal at all and just turned over. Luckily, I wasn't too close to him, so there was no accident issues. But yeah, those are the kinds of videos I've been kind of watching, are videos like that where people pull over and then there's either a biker coming up on the right or left of them as they're pulling over from whichever direction they're going, and then they don't see the biker, and then boom, the biker just goes and slides off the ground. So anyways, since I'm home, I'm also going to try another video and do the reactions of a video that I was so I was watching a video in the break room today at work just a little bit ago, and I kept saying stupid things like I was kind of like doing a commentary or something about the video, and I thought that would be really funny to show on YouTube my reaction to these stupid videos. So I was going to see if I could do a video like that with just my voice, of course, and the video playing in the background. So we'll see if it works. And then my thing just turned off. I forgot to put it in park. Anyway, so I'm home, and yeah, I don't know how many people are going to watch this or like my video, but I don't care because it's just random shit, like I said. So yeah. Winter storm is nowhere to be found right now. No snow. They originally said like 6 to 8 inches or something. Some people were talking about 10 inches in some areas, but there's nothing going on right now. So, all right, bye.